Okay, gentlemen, may be seated. Let us begin the ban appeal and ligatorial action for court case 393. The people of the VIP gaming community, the USS Donald J. Trump. Prosecution, you may begin your opening statements.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, your honorable judge, we're gathered here today because we have an infestation in our community. This has been a problem we've been plagued with for a long time, and what that is people not following the rules, people blatantly disregarding what we have established in our community. Our current case today is USS Donald J. Trump. On the night in question, this individual rushed as VIP, was the first death, and then immediately disconnected from the server. While the issue at hand is rushing as VIP, it's something we've seen numerous times. People rush, then it ends the whole round for the server. There's only a limited amount of rounds. They rush, they ruin it because the round's instantly over, and the map could be people's favorites map. It gets ended right away. Now, what made the case worse is Donald Trump disconnected immediately after this. The bigger issue here is not just Donald Trump. He's part of a larger problem where people are ruining this game mode for our community and for insurgency itself. Now, today, Mr. Donald Trump is trying to appeal this ban, but I presented this court and we've had agreement from the judge that we need to crack down on this. So today I'm begging the jury members to upgrade his sentence from a 2-week ban to a permanent ban. Today you're going to hear from some witnesses about his character and how this behavior from himself and players like him is hurting our server. And after that's done, I hope you all will understand the potential this has to ruin our community. Thank you. That is all. Mr. Lasagna?
Thank you very much, Hayes. VIP community. Today we have the case of USS Donald J. Trump, and in the foreground we have the constant plaguing of toxic players and behavior on our server, as well as in the Discord. Although I recognize that, and I'm sure all of us do as well, I believe, and so does my client, believe that this breaking of the rules was a misstep, a single misstep, and it won't happen again. And he wants to be a contributing member to the community. I know that there is much weighing against him, but I believe he will be able to speak his case and be able to approach the witnesses in a more defensive manner to really prove his innocence. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Prosecution, you may begin your case.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I'd like to start this trial by bringing in some first-hand witnesses and members of our community have experienced firsthand what this type of behavior has done to our community. I'd like to start with Creamy Cheese. Bailiff, would you please swear in the member?
Creamy Cheese, do you swear to only tell the truth and oh, fuck. Yeah, do you swear to tell the truth and only the truth?
The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Very good. Alright, Creamy Cheese. Why don't you tell me today a little bit about your experiences in the community and with Donald J. Trump, and how he has affected your performance in the server and how you feel about everything.
Well, you know, I'm not a fan of him being on my team because he does die a lot. And in fact, I'm looking right now on the stats page on our server website. And one of the things I noticed is that his average survival time is about 280 seconds.
Your Honor, objection. How is this relevant? His skill in the game is not quite relevant.
Mr. Lasagna, I'm going to let him carry on. I'd like to hear this.
Now, when comparing to myself, I have a survival time of about 320 seconds, which is almost a minute more. And one other stat that's on here is his number of suicides, which is 101. Again, compared to myself, it's 30. Donald J. Trump has also achieved the most suicides riven 2 times, and I have found him rushing a lot.
Very good. Anything else you'd like to say?
On our connection time to the server, he has had about almost 5 days, 8 hours to go on 5 days, and I have had 6 days, 20 hours about. So I hope that adds a little bit of clarity to the numbers.
Very good. We take your experience over his into consideration during this. Thank you for your testimony today. Next, I'd like to call MK1 Ultra to the stand.
Your Honor, I would like the opportunity for my client to be able to cross-examine Mr. Creamy Cheese.
I'll allow it just this once.
USS Donald J. Trump, would you mind pleading your case against Creamy Cheese's accusations that you just heard?
Thank you, Your Honor, Mr. Lasagna. First of all, being an insurgent in a VIP server half of the time, I would say exploding yourself, especially in the vicinity of the VIP or the insurgent, is part of the objective. So that would explain the suicide. And second of all, 280 seconds is quite a lot of time for someone to survive.
Objection! Your Honor, a quick objection here.
Yes?
USS Donald J. Trump has no evidence that his suicides are due to that fact, so I wish that fact be stricken from the record at this point.
The court strikes it from the record.
Your Honor, objection. Creamy Cheese also does not have the evidence for which he spoke.
I object to that. Creamy Cheese on the stats page. Everything he said can be verified on the stats page.
And has been by our bailiff already.
May I object?
No.
May I say add something?
Please continue, USS Donald J. Trump.
And I would like to add that 280 seconds is quite a long time for someone to survive in a VIP server, especially when you're in the security team, in which you provide the reconnaissance and the siege towards the effort of protecting and escorting the VIP.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Your Honor.
Alright, as I was saying, I'd like to call my next witness, MK1 Ultra. Bailiff, will you please swear him in?
Do you, MK1 Ultra, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
So help me God, I will tell the whole truth and nothing but.
Alright, MK. I'm going to pose you the same question I posed to Creamy Cheese. Can you tell me a little bit about your experiences with USS Donald J. Trump in the server, how it's affected your gameplay and your time on the server?
Well, first let me start by talking about the style of play that USS Donald Trump has. See, he's a rusher, as evidenced by the fact that he's here and he's getting banned for it. But when he plays VIP, he rushes and dies in the first 15, 30, 45 seconds of the round before anyone else can get a shot off. It's the most frustrating experience I could ever come across, because I like to play the game a little back and wait for the enemy team to come to me. But if I've never gotten that opportunity, then I waste minutes of my time, hours of my time, because I play for hours on end. So players like Donald J. Trump, they bring my enjoyment in this community to a standstill. And I won't stand for it. I would like an example to be made. I believe that he is nothing more than a common troll, and he deserves nothing more than the punishment of the common troll, to be burned at the stake. I mean, banned from our community. That is
Thank you. Thank you.
Your Honor, I would like the opportunity to cross-examine the witness.
You would, or would you like your defendant to?
But
I won't allow both. I'll allow you to. Go ahead.
thank you, Your Honor.
Alright.
Your Honor, or sorry, MK Ultra. Your playstyle said you wanted to hold back, and so you play more defensively. And you say USS Donald Trump, his rushing doesn't really allow you to enjoy yourself. USS Donald J. Trump, how do you feel about this conflict of interest?
First of all, thank you for letting me speak. It's not only a conflict of interest, it's also unfair to be used as a scapegoat, as MK Ultra has mentioned.
May I object to that statement?
Can I finish?
Please, Your Honor, my client needs to speak his turn. MK Ultra had plenty of time.
So, as we ponder across history, when it comes to court appearances and hearing cases, what lays behind the procedures of both, like a witch trial and a political hearing, is a familiar peculiarity in which someone asserts a recoverable innocence, even if the only guarantee is such innocence, laying the displacement of guilt onto others. So what I'm trying to say is, I believe he wants me to be used as an example. He's using this not to correct my deficiency, which only occurred once out of 1,200 hours, as stated in my Steam hours on my account. But that's my objection, Your Honor.
I'd like to object at this time.
Yeah.
Examine, Your Honor, the witness, Donald J. Trump.
That is not the witness on stand. The witness on
I'd
stand
like
is
to
MK Ultra.
cross-examine his explanation.
Would you like to call Mr. USS Donald J. Trump to the stand?
Not at this time.
Then it will wait.
Your
Mr.
Honor,
Public Defense,
Your Honor, may I add something to the record, please?
you may.
He said that I was using him as a scapegoat. That's not exactly true. See, because he is guilty. He did commit this crime. And he left the server immediately to avoid the repercussions of his actions.
That
We should
is
come
true.
down hard on this man. He
That's
deserves
very
this
damning.
punishment.
Your Honor, objection. The point is not to prove him guilty or his sentence. Can we move on to the next witness, please?
I agree
Oh,
with
well-
my public defender, Your Honor. Within 24 hours of being banned, I looked at the VIP Discord website and I saw that I was banned for 2 weeks. Immediately, I went to the Discord and seek Hayes, who is one of the community leaders, and asked him on the reasons why I got banned. Immediately, he told me that I left the server after being VIP, after being killed for rushing, and he deemed that it was some sort of ban evasion. After that, I concur with his observation, and I told him that such thing that occurs when I do such rushing is I only do that towards the end of my gaming session.
At this point, Your Honor, I'd like to object. Not object. I'd like to confront the witness directly, as he has opened that own door himself, and I'd like to walk through it. Do I have
All right,
permission, Your Honor?
Mr. Lizard, swear him in.
Do you, Donald J. Trump, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, help me God.
Alright, as you yourself, Donald J. Trump, just said, that this is something you do often. This is something you've told me the first time you just talked about this incident when you came in to appeal the ban. You said you do this strategy often, where you rush as VIP, you die, then you immediately leave. Did you know?
That's the opposite.
No, so you're saying you never said that to me. You know that you will be charged with perjury should you lie in this court.
Yes, I'm not lying. What I'm trying to say is I do it towards the end of my gaming session. I don't I don't do it every time.
But you...
What you're trying to imply is that that is something that I do every time.
No, you said you do it towards the end of your gaming session. Every time you play, there's an end to your gaming session, is there not?
That's correct.
So do you not do this at the end of most all of your gaming sessions? This rushing strategy where you die and then leave.
Not sure about all, but I do it. I don't say
of the
most.
time.
I wouldn't say most. I got
But
the.
it's not just one time. This is a repeat occurrence.
I have statistics to back my case, Your Honor. I have
But Your Honor, you didn't answer the question. Does this happen more than once? Yes or no?
no.
So now,
No.
What
you're
I,
just
what, I,
saying-
what I'm trying to say is, if I do rush as a VIP, I do it towards the end of my gaming session. I don't. I never mentioned and said that I do it every time, or most of the time. What I'm trying to say is,
and
if I do
my
such
only
thing,
question is, does it happen more than once? Has this happened more than once?
it happened more than once. Yes.
damning
there
evidence.
we go. There we go.
What kind of
this is
scapegoat is that?
this is a repeated pattern of behavior as I'm trying to present to the ladies and gentlemen of this court.
So, double jeopardy? Is that what I'm hearing?
Before we get back to USS Donald Trump, I'd like to call one final witness at this time, Your Honor.
Yes, and that would be.
This I would like to note as an expert witness, a veteran of the VIP community, a retired administrator from our community, spent numerous hours on the server, and he has a really personal vested interest in keeping this community going and recognizing problems when they occur. I'd like to call Ruffles to the stand. Bailiff?
Ruffles.
Bailiff, please swear him in.
Do you, Ruffle, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
Your Honor, this witness is clearly demonstrated to be a dumb piece of shit. I don't think he is capable.
Objection!
I don't think he is capable of giving a adequate.
Bailiff, escort
I'll
this
stand
public
for myself.
defender.
My apologies.
My honor, I need that
Continue,
defender.
Mr. Ruffles,
Alright.
Mr. Prosecution, you may continue your case.
Alright. Now, Ruffles, I'm going to pose you the same question I posed Cream Cheese and MK1 Ultra. Can you tell me a little about your experiences with Donald J. Trump in the server and how it's affected not only your gameplay, but the community as a whole?
Well, to start, I've seen Donald J. Trump rush several times into VIP, and each time he usually dies because of not understanding that the rules are there for a reason. Rushing as VIP is a no-go. It's not push. You can't rush in the ambush. I mean, you can as another player, but not as VIP, because when VIP dies, the round ends. And thus for the enjoyment for any and all other players in the server. So, except for the guy that killed you, but regardless. All of those other players are now faulted and losing out on their opportunity to play on maps they enjoy. And because of that, it's ruining the community, and players like Donald J. Trump just shouldn't be allowed on the server. I'd say permaban him.
Alright, thank you so much for your testimony, Ruffles.
Mr. Public Defender, do you have any further questions?
Let's
it's,
put him back
it's
in.
a shame. Mr. Public Defender, do you have any further questions? Excellent. Let's move to closing statements.
I need to address that witness, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I do believe that I was taken out of this courtroom unduly. I would like my client to be able to cross-examine the witness, but I cannot necessarily advise him because I did not hear it.
I'm afraid we can't allow that. We're going to move to deliberation. Following
Could I
closing
speak to my
statements.
counsel?
You may have a quick sidebar.
Thank you. Fuck, he left. Yo, that guy was lying.
What did he say?
I know you weren't there. He said I do it every time. Would you believe that? If I do it every time, I would have records of being kicked by the community. If I do it every time.
That's true.
Yeah, it only takes 3 out of 24 people. Oh, actually 12. Right. Also, I got
Welcome back.
All right, Your Honor. Your Honor, it has come to my awareness that the witness has lied under oath, stating that USS Donald J. Trump does it every single time. And in fact, if he did, then this would have not been the first ban he would have gotten. We would have been acknowledging his behavior long before. Ruffles is lying under oath.
I object, Your Honor. Just because another administrator other than myself did not recognize the problem sooner did not in any way mean it has not occurred.
Where is the record then? Where is the proof?
I have the proof for you as USS Donald J. Trump himself when he earlier admitted that this has
That he
happened
does it
more than
every
once.
time? He did not admit to
No,
doing it every time. No,
That
he
more
did not.
than once.
He
The
said
court
more than
reporter-
once, but he did not say every time.
Excuse me, gentlemen. The court reporter has just sent me that indeed he does it every time when he is going to get off.
And where is this? Every time when he's getting my client, please reply.
I cleared that earlier.
Also,
that I don't.
Mr.
do it every
Ruffles
time.
has
I was
informed
just-
me, and the court reporter, he did not say every time, he has said several times.
Is this true, Ruffles?
Yes, I've never claimed that he rushes every time as VIP. I have seen him rush as VIP several times.
Do you agree to this, USS Donald J. Trump?
I agree.
Very
Any
well.
further questions?
Your Honor, at this time, unless USS Donald J. Trump has anything else to confront the witness Ruffles about, I'd like to move to closing arguments.
Mr. Donald Trump.
I would like to first of all thank my public defender Lasagna for giving me time to talk to him and get this straightened out. I've been a community of insurgency since 2008, way before we had this new source engine of some sort. I play with different servers. I don't know if I should mention their names because I don't know if they're affiliated with VIP or not. But I would like to say that out of the 1100 hours, this is probably the first time I got myself in trouble as a rushing VIP. The thing that people don't realize is if you pull it off, you don't get anything. But whenever you get caught for it, that's when it gets brought into the limelight. And I believe that I'm going to be used as a scapegoat, and I think that's not what the court's purpose is. I believe you're supposed to punish someone and exact that punishment and not use him as a scapegoat.
Thank you for your closing statements. Mr. Hazelnut.
Your Honor, as I have demonstrated, members of the jury, as I have demonstrated today from numerous witnesses, USS Donald J. Trump has indeed broken our server rules. I believe I've successfully highlighted the greater issue at hand today, where if we allow players like this who blatantly disregard the rules on more than one occasion, the exact number, well, we have not confirmed, has been more than once, as Donald J. Trump has said in his own words. He rushed as VIP, he ended the round, and as you heard from Creamy Cheese, Ruffles, and MK1 Ultra, it ruins the experience for the rest of the team, and it's highly disruptive to people who are there trying to enjoy the game when it all of a sudden gets cut and they have to move to the next round because their VIP decided to rush. A strategy which we know in our hearts does not work. Hardly ever. Now, I think you all are faced with a tough decision here today, but I ask that you elevate USS Donald J. Trump's ban from a 2-week ban to a permanent ban so we could cut this problem out into roots and set a firm hand down on where we stand on this issue. Thank you. That is all.
Let us begin deliberation.
Please. God, they didn't even give me my fucking close. I'd like to give my closing statement, Your Honor.
Lasagna, you may speak.
God, Jesus Christ. Anyways, as we saw today, it is clear that my client did break the rule, and he said he has done it multiple times. But let us keep in mind that he has patiently agreed to this court session. He has been a member of the server for a long time, and it has just recently come to our awareness of this behavior. However, I do also would like to say that his lack of membership in the Discord and involvement in the community, that no one has yet reached out to this member who has been playing for so long, a member who is of age, then I believe that he just doesn't feel like he belongs. And I think he is someone that will be a valuable member of this community, and if we start witch hunting these individuals, we'll have nobody left, nobody of quality within our community. So, Your Honor and the court, I would like to plead that USS Donald J. Trump, if nothing else, then to endure his 2-week ban and let us be done with it. Thank you very much.
Your Honor, I have one objection. I'd like to note something.
It's a closing statement.
I'd like to object something and make a note for the record, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
I'd like to note before the judge, the clerk, and all members of the jury that at no point in the defender's closing arguments or USS Donald J. Trump's own statements was there any remorse at all for what has happened. There's no remorse of what has happened. I'd just like to note that for the record.
Objection.
I agree.
USS Donald
no
Trump,
way.
would you like to reply to this unruly objection?
Yes, I do object. I would like to remind everyone that 10 minutes in that I explained the situation in which when I learned about me being banned that I immediately reached out to District Attorney Hayes regarding my 2-week ban and was in the process of resolving it and seeing what I can do to alleviate the trouble that I'm in. That's all, Your Honor.
And do we have evidence of this as well?
Just because he reached out does not mean there's been remorse.
I did not ask that. I asked if there is evidence.
Someone who hits and runs and then calls the cop is still guilty of hitting and running.
Very good point, Your Honor.
Let's move to deliberation, gentlemen.
Dude. Fuck. Oh god. I'm in the holding cell now. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, there you go. Ah, no! Ah! How many do I have to kill, dude? I guess I should have left. Oh, that's probably the problem. That's probably the problem. Not
In the
good.
criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous. Dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, Your Honor. The jury's come back with a verdict. Now, USS Donald J. Trump. One moment, please. Alright. Donald J. Trump, I figured it'd be best if I confer to you the verdict. Everyone has thought long and hard about this decision. And I'm sorry it has come to this, but our community, and this is hard to do, but our community has decided to unban you.
Really? I appreciate it. Thank you.
Very good.
God. God.
Talking about me?
Yeah, so you can end it.
One moment, please.
Everyone hold on one moment.
Holding, Your Honor.
Alright.
Alright. God.
That is all.
That was all.
Have you ended it?
now ended.
It's now ended.
What's up, Donald J. Trump?
Hey yo,
Hey, what's
just got
up?
punked.
how you doing? You happy?
Yeah, I'm happy to be innocent.
Yeah. Well,
Where you-
For now.
let's not say you're innocent.
You're not innocent.
Yeah, whoa.
Oh yeah, that's
Free as
what I meant. I meant not ban. I meant a ban.
Yeah, I feel you.
Were you sweating there for a minute?
I fought long and hard for ya.
Oh
Were
man.
you sweating that we were gonna ban you? Permanently?
Yes. I was like, what am I gonna
What'd you-
do
wait,
now?
wait. What'd you think of your defense? What'd you think of your defense?
I believe he pulled it up pretty well. He
I
listened
thought
to
he
me.
was shit.
Shut the fuck
Sometimes.
up, you piece of
I
shit.
agree with
That part
this.
in the middle where lasagna, where you're like, the witness is a piece of shit. So, Donald Trump, you probably don't know this, but we do this every so often where usually with people who actually troll on the server and want to appeal their bans, we bring them in here and we just troll them real hard for 30 minutes.
Oh my
We
god, I
record it,
love it.
and then we put it on YouTube. Yeah, that's what we do with these things.
We got another
It's
guy
funny.
coming up.